Hey everybody, this is Barry with Workshop Hustle, and today I want to show you how to restore a historical wood window sash. Let's go. Once you have your window sashes removed, the first thing we will do is remove the old paint. The best tools for the job are a heat gun while scraping with an old chisel. I don't use an expensive chisel as this scraping will dull the blade, and a sharp chisel can also gouge into the wood frame. I also use a pull scraper for stubborn paint sections. As a side note, all of the tools that I use in this build will be listed in the description below. Since these old wood windows were installed back when lead paint was used, you'll want to take proper precautions. Wear a mask and make sure that your paint chips and your scrapings are contained. I use a dedicated shop vac for this process and then encapsulate the waste to dispose of according to local code. I number all of the panes before removal so that they return to their exact spot. Sometimes they are not perfectly uniform sizes, so this saves having to struggle when reinstalling. Each pane should have at least 4 glazing points holding it in. Make sure you remove these carefully before trying to pry the glass out. When the glass is removed, you can finish scraping the muntins. However, this can be difficult with a flat blade. Here's a little trick that I use to scrape this OG profile. I take either a spare flat scraper, or in this example, a hurricane strap, anything flat, metal, and disposable. Cut the shape of the profile into the edge, and now you have a matching profiled scraper. So these wood windows are probably in about 85 to 90% good shape, except for the bottom of the sashes have some decent wood rot on them. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coating the window with TotalBoat's Penetrating Epoxy and injecting it into the little spaces. But then we're also going to be filling any holes with their FixWood 2-part epoxy putty. When I bought the epoxy, I made sure to buy the appropriate pumps for it as well. This makes it incredibly easy to dispense and not worry about measuring. Just one pump to one pump. I did not video the application of the epoxy, but I simply used a chip brush and the injector to coat the bottoms of the sashes, and watching where it soaked in to apply more as needed. After curing, this made the fibers in the wood rock hard and ready for the FixWood. The FixWood application was easy as well. Scoop out equal size amounts of the 2 parts, and then knead them together until the colors are completely mixed. I pressed this putty into all of the holes and crevices where the rot was cleaned out, making sure that there was excess to be sanded down later. After the FixWood cures completely, I sanded down all of the flat surfaces with my random orbital, and then used a Dremel with a carving bit to clean up any of the OG trim, corners, or rabbets where the glass sits. I sanded the rest of the sash as well, hand sanding the muntins with a sanding sponge pad. For added protection from future damage, I brushed on another coat of the penetrating epoxy after the sanding. I hang the windows in my shop using string and some small screws in the sides to give it a coat of primer, which in this case my favorite is Zinsser Bullseye 123. Other primers just don't cover as well. After the primer dries, the sash is ready to reinstall the glass. I lay down a thin roll of glazing into the window frame, then press the glass pane softly into place, allowing the glaze to squeeze out. Then we push new glazing points into each side, and now you are ready for the exterior glazing. I recommend using Sarco Type M multi-glaze. Please comment below if you'd like to see a more detailed video of the glazing process, as this is a technique that takes a little more instruction. But for now, I roll a bead in my hand and I lay it down the edge of the glass, pressing it into the corner with my finger. You want excess so you can clean it up with a scraper. After the pane is surrounded with a bead of glaze, take a scraper with a flexible blade and in one clean motion, leading with the point and leaning on the wood, press the glazing in and leave a clean paper at the same time. This motion takes some practice and patience. Clean the excess off the glass and touch up the corners. When the glazing is finished, I use a pumice powder sprinkled onto the glass to clean off the excess oil and giving the glazing a skin to help in drying and painting. I let the glazing cure for a few days before finishing with the high quality exterior paint. Then you are ready for reinstallation. Now our window's done, and thank you so much for watching. Please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.